This Veterans Day, the commemorative Air Force is allowing guests to step back in time. The Aviation Discovery Fest gives you a chance to get hands-on experience and enjoy activities centered around planes from World War II. That's pretty cool. This festival replaces the Wings Over Dallas Air Show, which ended last year with a deadly mid-air collision. But we're on a good note this morning, and we're talking about the changes to this year's event, still aimed at honoring service members and educating the community. So here to talk more about that and this year's festival is Jeff Copetta. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for having me.
And you're looking good in uniform.
Well, then I'm almost halfway there, I guess.
Yes. All right. So what should people, I guess, expect for this year's event and the new changes as well?
Well, you know, we really focus on the children, right? You know, keeping the history alive and keeping it hands-on, letting them learn about World War II in a different way, in a more hands-on approach, right?
Yeah.
You don't always remember the first time you saw something under glass, but you'll remember the first time you touched it, you held it. So that's what the focus is to this weekend at the Aviation Discovery Fest, is really about getting that mission and statement out to the children.
Exactly. Now, you're a part of the giant living history experience. Tell us about that and why your group really continues to share those life experiences during World War II.
Absolutely. So several of us are veterans ourselves, and you know, we understand how important it is to keep that history alive. And we always refer to that World War II generation as that greatest generation, right? They've really passed the baton down to us and did something that we can't even imagine today.
Right.
You know? So it's very important for us, like I said, as former service members, to keep that alive, keep it going, and then pass that torch to the next generation, hopefully the children coming out to see us this weekend.
Exactly. So you'd like families, kiddos to come on out to the fest.
Absolutely.
What is this experience really going to be like? What else are they going to see?
Oh gosh, well we've got some cockpit tours. We're going to have some World War II vintage vehicles that they're going to be able to ride in. There'll be pieces of uniform that they can try on and plenty of photo opportunities.
I
so
bet.
It's a great way to spend Veterans Day with the whole family.
Now, where can people learn more about today and tomorrow's festivities?
Oh, just go on the CAF website or the Commemorative Air Force, and we're going to be open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. today and tomorrow, right there at the Henry B. Tippie National Aviation Education Center. And
you were talking about servicemen and women like yourself. Any willing to give us a little personal story about you?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm honored to be among the few that really served. I was in a very dynamic time, both before and after September 11th. Spent a year over in Baghdad back in 2004, and that's what really hammered it in for me. Always being a World War II buff, but it really gave it on a whole nother level. Thinking about the friends that I served with and the guys we lost there really gives it a deeper level of why we need to keep this stuff going, why we do what we do in living history. And that's really our whole model. We do what we do because they did what they did. And that's exactly what the mission is for the Commemorative Air Force as well. We educate, we inspire, and we honor.
And I thank you so much for your service.
Yes,
as a former military, still a military brat myself, I guess what is a message that, you know, you would like to hear from people today?
Well, honestly, I think the most lethal weapon that we have in our military is the people back home believing in what we're doing and supporting us.
You were perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. And I
Yes,
know you're going to get a good turnout today this weekend.
We hope so. Perfect weather.
Of course.
Perfect weather.
All right. Thanks again.